Okay, for lesson 16, it's actually quite simple. What you have is they're now going to calculate. Before, they'd just been doing rise over run, saying how far it went up, how far it went over, and counting them. But you're not going to always have a graph, so you need to know how to do it from given points. So what I'm going to show you is here on this line, I have placed some points, but we could choose any one we wish. Okay, this point here, if you see, this is our x-axis going left to right. Okay, going up and down is our y-axis, and left to right here is our x-axis. The coordinates are actually chosen as the directions to any point from 0. So to get to this point here from 0, we use our left and right x values first. We went basically back to negative 1, 0. This one here, we didn't go left or right at all, but we went up to 1. Same thing for here, we went 1 over what appears to be 3 up, and over here we went 2 over and 5 up. So I've chosen 2 of those points. And remember that we read them from left to right. So this is our R. I'm going to make it look more like 1. And this is our P. So our first one and our second one, so I have them labeled now. Okay? Now, using the formula they gave, you will basically take P2, which is that first Y, and subtract from it RS2, which is the second Y. And remember, I said before in lesson 15 that all slope is the change in Y. How much did Y change? So obviously from 0 to 1 is 4. Over the change in X. How much did X change? Just by looking at it, you can see it went up by 2. Okay? But we do the math anyway. So we have right here 1 minus 5, first one, minus the second one, over 0 minus 2, 0 minus 2. Now remember, 1 minus 5 is a negative 4. 0 minus 2 is a negative 2. I'll make those a little neater. Okay? A negative divided by a negative is positive, so 4 divided by 2 is a positive 2. Now we would know that also because our rule says if the slope goes up from left to right, as we read it, left to right, it goes up. We know it's positive anyway. Okay, now I will show you the other way, because this is only the way they do it in what they call Eureka or Engage New York. When you go to Khan Academy or any one of the other ones, they do it, and they still do change in Y, but they call the first set X1 and Y1, and the second points X2 and Y sub 2. And they also subtract in reverse order. Now it doesn't really matter how you subtract them, because we're just talking absolute value, the distance. Okay, so notice here they do Y sub 2 minus Y sub 1. It's still the difference in our Y's, but we're going backwards. How far was this Y from this Y? Okay, well obviously we went down 4. Okay, so over here you got this 5 minus 1 is 4, and the other one is 2. We take our X and subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. We get a positive 4 over a positive 2, still get 2. This is always going to work the same way. Okay, that's the beauty of it. It doesn't change. Now, the lesson that we had basically said computation. Okay, many of the kids got it wrong because they just did this. They just did it over and did the cheating way, or the easy way, not necessarily cheating. But remember, we're computing. You're not going to always have a graph, so you need to be able to take 2 points. So I chose this point and made it my R point, and this point is negative 1, negative 2, and that is from this X and Y axis. This point over here is 3 over from this X and Y axis. 1, 2, 3 over, and 4 up. Once again, I just did the math. Okay, and negative 2 minus 4, so that's the first one. Negative 2, the minus is part of the thing. 4 gives me a negative 6. Now I take my P1 minus my R1, which is 1 minus 3, and that's negative 2. Again, every fraction is division, so negative 6 divided by negative 2 is a positive 3, and we have it again. Then we did it one more time in class, and once again you can choose any points you want. So I'm going to be sure that you can see that this is the x-axis here, and this one going up and down here is our y-axis. Okay, I want you to be able to see that. So now as I choose 2 points again, it's really not that difficult. I can pick this one, okay, and I can pick this one. This one is actually on the y-axis, and this one is not. Because this one comes first, it becomes P. Because this one is second, it's R. And I can do the same thing, P, and then R. I can go ahead and get my thing ready. My parentheses ready. P is 0, 1. And R is 1, 2. Remember, each coordinate is how to get there from 0. So that's 1, 2 over, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 up. Now, once again, this is P1, P2, R1, R2. So we do our P2 minus R2 first, and do that over our P1 minus our R2. So we're still saying what is the difference. So this becomes 1 minus 5. Okay? So now that's going to be 1 minus 5. That part right is going to be a negative 4. Remember, this is all slope, so we put slope equals. Now we do our 0 minus 2, and that's a negative 2. Once again, a negative 4 divided by a negative 2 becomes a positive 2, and that's our slope. Okay? It's not that hard to see and do. All you have to do is just calculate. It's not hard.